Hi there. In this episode, Christy channels white light, and we discuss how to deal with separation, how to talk to pyramids, and background information about dragons. And the final answer is 432. But you're going to have to wait to the end of the video to find out what the question is, which I guarantee you're going to want to know. Enjoy.
Good afternoon.
Hi, White Light. What an honor it is to meet with you again.
We feel the same. It is our honor to meet with the great ambassador.
Well, I'm just going to jump in here. This is so much fun for me. So Christy and I have had many conversations about how the answer to everything is yes. So I know more than most humans about parallel universes, time shifts, timeline jumping, quantum jumping, raising perspective in order to tap higher vibrations. So, and I even know about time travel and cellular regeneration, of which we're going to talk a bit about that later on. So my request is that when you give me the answer yes, is there such a thing as giving me the answer that's more strongly yes than no? In that I know everything's yes, but there are some yeses that are more tied to my reality and my timeline. So can we go with that vibration? Do you get what I'm trying to say?
The answer to your question is yes.
Perfect. That's all we need to go. So I'm going to jump right in here. Okay. I can really spin into rabbit holes about seeking information about all my incarnations in different galaxies as different space species, different densities, different dimensions and realms. But I'm going to pull it in tight here and just focus on my incarnation as Darryl and where I am in this moment in time, phase of my life. So with that, I've had a pretty radical awakening for the past year. And my perspective has really zoomed in, and I really kind of understand things that very few people on Earth, possibly on the history of Earth, have ever known. I guess to sum it up is that I really kind of feel like I have information of how to raise myself to the fourth density, and also how to help humanity raise to the fourth density by sharing information. And in the previous session with Christy and other channelers, they have actually told me that I am afraid of who I am and to step into my power. So I kind of have never quite pinned down exactly what that meant, because I know that we're all part of Source, and I'm not afraid of saying I'm a part of Source like everyone else. And that is the ultimate power. But I recently had an epiphany this morning of what that really means, and I want to check that with you. I think what it means is that I'm afraid to step into my power as the Galactic Ambassador and all the purpleness and purple and gold that it has to do with that. Because I can tell you, like, in this Earth incarnation, I really do not like celebrities or royalties, because I think that to have that power, you really should share it with people, and you should distribute the wealth. And I think part of me is that I don't want that power, because maybe I'm afraid that I would be like the people I judge that have that power and don't spread it out to the people in love. So maybe that is what the reference is about me stepping into my power, of knowing that I am more powerful than what I, been raised in this incarnation thinking, and that I should just kind of step into it and welcome it and grow and be powerful, and trust that I hope I distribute the power. I hope I give it out in love and joy. So do you have any comments on that?
We have many. We will begin by saying to you that in hearing those words, your friends, your other teachers, those that you respect and love, saying to you in love that you are afraid of your power and it is time for you to step into it. The esoteric and unreachable it. Yes?
Yes.
What is it? In those moments, at that moment, this was perfect for you to hear, was perfectly said by each and every one of them in their own way of expressing this to you. It was a way of expressing their understanding, their belief, their knowing, their recognition, their honoring of who you are, their love for you, their desire to get more of you, for you to step into more of you and to bring that into their reality. For you to hear this and you on a quest of sorts to understand what is it? What am I afraid of? What am I not stepping into? Where should I go? And you began questioning, as was perfectly laid out for you to do, to along this path of discovering who you are, to question these things. And you have done this brilliantly, perfectly. The next part of this is that in your perspective, your very 3D perspective, which is where you are supposed to be, this is where you live, this is why you are ambassador. The ambassador to the United States from France does not live in France. The ambassador to the United States lives in the United States. This is where you are supposed to be and where your focus is most of the time, as it should be. But from this 3D perspective, you have these things that you like and these things that you dislike, these things of which you approve and things of which you do not approve. These ideas of what should be and what should not be, what one who is a leader, one who is an example, one who is celebrated, as in the word celebrity, what they should be, what they should embody, how they should behave, how they should treat others. And then this narrows a bit into the realm of spirituality, those teachers and leaders in that arena. And you have a bit of a higher standard for those individuals. And while these standards to you are a part of your belief structure and feel as if they make perfect sense, they are arbitrary and do not have anything to do with anyone else. And there is no way for you to truly know the perspective of any other teachers. But in these desires and these beliefs, your pure heart, your true, generous, and kind heart wants no part of becoming something that you do not admire, becoming like someone that you disdain in any way. And this, while to you it may seem perfectly natural and normal that you should not want this, it is tripping you up a bit in your journey to be a leader and an example. You are being that. You are doing that now. There is no more that you need to do than that which you are doing. Yet there is more for you to experience. There are many directions that are there for you to take, many paths. all lead to the same place. Yet in your tenderness, in your sweetness, and your desire to be of service, to be humble, to be generous, to be kind, to be equal, to see all as equal, there is still within you a sense that all are not equal, and to stand out, to lead, and to teach would build within you a feeling of separation, a feeling of greater than, a feeling of being needed by those who desire your information, who follow the guidance that you set forth. This is not true. This will not occur for you. This will not be something you become. It is not possible for you. This is not in your vibration to separate yourself, to see another as less than. It is within your vibration to see another in need. This is something that we are aware that you are working with and playing with. The desire to be needed brings forth the appearance of someone in need. There is not anyone on the planet, the universe, that needs anyone else.
I know that.
And you are beginning to integrate this idea, to simply follow what is lighting you up in the moment, the research and the study and the sharing of this information, the constant seeking and the aha moments and the integration of these ideas, and then formulating it into a letter or a post or an email, and putting it forward in a way that is fun for you, that you believe others will understand and appreciate, and they do. As you follow this path, this from this to that, the rabbit hole, as you follow this and you continue to hold yourself to your own standard of perspective, this is all you must do. You pay attention to how you feel. As you look at another and you feel some bit of angst or some bit of pity, some bit of being puffed up that I am great, this one is seeking me out.
Yeah.
You are sensitive enough, and there is a strong intention and there is a desire for you to know your true self and to now discover your true self. By discovering your true self, you have had enough of discovering who you are not.
Yeah.
Your sensitivity will alert you to these moments, and you will shift, you will process this emotion, and you will understand what you are thinking, and you will see where you are separating yourself and holding yourself apart, and you will seek more ways to connect, more ways to gain from the information and the guidance of others as you do, more ways to share your own. It is simply the disdain within you for those that you perceive separate themselves because they believe that they are superior, but you have no idea what they believe. You have no idea what they perceive, how they feel. And this perception of yours is generating within you a block, a stop, and it is based on nothing.
Yeah.
You let this go, and in that, you will find that you are more and more able to step in. You will catch yourself. You perhaps may find that there is a moment where you behave in a way that you judge as conceited or separatist or somewhat holier than thou or in some way. And you will reflect and you will beat yourself up as you are so good at doing. And you will go the other way, and then you will find the place in the middle of connection with those. But understand that you are not trying to avoid pitfalls as you step into who you are. There will be moments where you perceive that you have done something wrong, that you must apologize. And this is perfect. It is not true, but you will perceive that. As you move forward, the fear that this might occur, that you might become, even for a moment, someone that you do not like very much. Understand that in this exploration, this leading edge of the leading edge of the leading edge that you find yourself on with your very, very small group of cohorts of explorers, the feeling within each one of you that you have taken a misstep, that you have stumbled, you have offended 1 or 10 or 100 or 1,000. This will occur. As you live this reality boldly and you step forward to fully express all of who you are. In this, there will be some feedback, some reverberation that you will perceive as a mistake, as negative, as heartbreaking, as soul crushing. And then you will remember all that you know, and you will understand that you have done nothing wrong and no one has done anything wrong. And you and your friends will grow and move together and reach for one another and support each other in these times. And in this, you step more and more into who and what you are, Ambassador.
Excellent. Thank you. So beautiful. I was recently on a very important trip to the Great Pyramid in Egypt, and I had some very, very interesting
Oh, we did not know.
So I'm going to zoom in to a couple of them that I would like your feedback on. So, like, for example, as I was walking around the pyramid, I actually sensed that I can talk to it. I mean, I actually kind of got specific downloads of information, and I felt like I was talking to it. So various insights popped into my mind. For example, a lot of the so-called mysteries of the Great Pyramid, it's explained by the fact that the Anunnakis created or helped build, structures there, and were, I get the primary ET race that was really heavily influenced in that Egyptian culture. There are other ET races, but the Anunnakis. So some of the mysteries around there were like, I'm going to zoom into one site called the Step Pyramid, because what I got from that area was just the vibration of cellular regeneration. And legend has it that the ancient Egyptians built cellular regeneration temples there, and everything just came to me like flooding. And I got like the fact that they have some very huge sarcophagus that they said were for bulls, but no, I think they're for cellular regenerations for the Anunnakis. And there's some other specific information that I got. So also, while I'm at it, because I do want to talk about cellular regeneration, but while I was walking around the Great Pyramid, I got this inspiration to open 4 portals for the dragons, vortexes and portals. So can you give me some, were those inspirations true, or did I make them up in my mind?
Your information, your inspirations were true. Let us go to the first part of your discussion. The idea that you were speaking directly with the pyramids. We know that you will understand what we are saying, and we will keep it quite brief in this sense. When you look at the pyramid, you see the pyramid as particle. Yes?
Yes.
When you do not look at the pyramid is a wave.
Correct.
This is the case with
Correct.
all in your physical reality.
Correct. And I also know that it's conscious. It's the first density being consciousness, right? Everything is conscious. A rock is conscious. A table is conscious. Everything is conscious.
This is correct. In your sensitivity, your intention, your clarity, your desire, your vibration, as you hold this vibration, your interest in this type of communication is a vibration that attracts to it this type of communication. Do you understand? It is law. Consciousness is infinite. It is all powerful. It is all present.
It is everything.
It is everything. It is everywhere. It is nothing. As you move in this adventure and you find yourself in a location, you are simply in the wave of this consciousness, and your attunement, your desire for this type of communication, then within it, specifically other interests allow you to download, to attract from this being information that it is communicating. You are not reaching in and grabbing information that it does not wish to share with you. You are simply attuning yourself to this being, to this consciousness. And within that tuning, you have specific interests. You have these things that are of interest to you. They are not necessarily conscious to you. You did not have the thought that you would like to provide some sort of gift for the dragons. You simply have interest and connection to these beings, and your interest and connection to them, your interest and connection to this being that is the pyramid. This moment allows this download of brilliance, of information. There is more for you to gain. Your surprise in the download, this moment of, did I receive that? Oh my goodness, I'm surprised. Then the analysis begins. And in this, the further communication is a bit stopped. Yes?
Yes. Yeah.
The understanding, the knowing that this communication is possible, the expectation of it, the receiving, the moment of receiving, and then relax and allow it to flow, more and more and more will come. You do not need to be there to receive this. You have the great benefit of having been there, of knowing the vibration of that place, of that being. At any moment you wish to communicate, you may.
Excellent. Yeah. No, I mean, for example, when I had the incentive to open up the 4 portals for the dragon, I go, I must look silly, but I'm doing it. I just like did what my hands wanted to do, and then I go, okay, I think I opened 4 portals, but I just followed my intuition.
This is correct. You followed the information. You went with the guidance from within you, from your inner self, and those that guide you, that you trust in non-physical, in other physical realities. And the more that you lean in, the more you expect that communication, the more of a steady stream this communication becomes. The pyramid and the dragons.
Yeah.
Dragons are associated with fire. We want to play with you a bit here because we know that you enjoy this.
And they're also associated with wisdom, because I asked White Light this question in one of the Joshua Lives.
The association with fire and the pyramid. Were you aware that the word pyramid essentially means fire?
No, I didn't know that.
This pyramid, this is not really a pyramid, and this, yes?
Yeah.
It is the pyramid and then the reflection of a pyramid. This is an octahedron.
Yes, as below, as above, so below. Yeah.
And this structure is seen by most of something that goes up. Yes?
Yes.
It does not go up. It is in. The word fire and pyramid together essentially means fire in the center. This communication, Peros is fire, for your understanding, that the dragons and the pyramid, the fire in the middle, Peros Midan, fire in the middle.
Got it.
Are connected in some way, and your presence there allowed this communication. This is something that these beings are requesting, and this being is requesting, and you, being willing and open, facilitated in that moment, being willing to look silly, to have fun. And this is what it is for. It is all for your enjoyment, the enjoyment of the dragons, the enjoyment of the pyramid itself.
Excellent. Yeah, I mean, I will say that I enjoy it more knowing that I actually did something, and that we wouldn't really enjoy it if we thought we just did it in our minds. But the fact that you gave me confirmation that I actually did something brings me a lot of joy. It gives me, a sense of being effective, or doing something because it matters. But I understand that everything matters as long as you have fun.
Everything matters and nothing matters. And this is the perfect design of this system.
Yeah.
The feeling is all you are ever wanting. The feeling of neutrality, the feeling of curiosity, of joy. This is what you want. It is what you all want. To design a system that leads you through the maze If you turn here, you feel joy. If you turn here, you will feel sadness. You will feel pain. And this maze is set to take you to the life you truly want, to everything you truly want that you cannot imagine. By following this joy, this feeling of interest, of bliss, of what lights you up, you take only that direct path to what you truly want. To experience suffering and pain is to take a detour from that path. There could not be a more perfect setup. Yet, most humans believe the opposite. To get what I want, I must be and feel miserable. And this is not the design.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Can we spend a little time on dragons? I mean, I've had this affiliation with dragon ever since Chris channeled the cosmic dragons, and they said, "Welcome back, Ambassador." And then also, Jerry said that he once saw like scales pop up on me. I mean, and I just have this connection with dragons, and I don't know why. Can you tell me a bit about dragons or my connections with dragons?
Let us begin with a question. What do you feel is your connection with dragons? You do not need to speak of anything that you do not believe. There is some feeling within you, some guess, some idea of where this connection comes from, how it plays in your current life. What do you believe?
I believe that they are wisdom. I also believe that they're misunderstood. They've been discriminated upon. They've been judged harshly, unfairly. And that's, I think, part of my thing is I love justice. I love helping bring truth to the surface. I love helping ending discrimination and prejudices. So in some ways, because they have such a bad human reputation, and I see them as beautiful beings, I think there's a connection in me that wants to right that wrong or correct that misperception. I also feel like they're very elemental beings, very close to origin consciousness, and I feel like I am also a part of that. Although we're all part of origin consciousness, right? So, but yeah, I think they're a galactic energy or species, and I'm tied to them.
Over and over and over in lives that you are currently living, experiencing in other realities. But we will keep it here in that these are lives that you have lived already. Yes?
Yeah.
Your interaction, your connection with dragons has been one of friendship, support, and protection. Dragons have offered protection for you many, many, many times. In your collective memory, the human collective memory, there is a sense of dragons that is bittersweet. It is within most humans. Within all of you is the knowledge of who they are, of what they are. They possess vast knowledge and
Wisdom.
are guides for individuals in their spiritual journeys and in their physical journeys. They are guardians of sacred spaces. They protect energies and maintain balance. their symbolism is that of transformation, of transformative power, fire.
Yeah.
Representing the ability for anyone to rise above anything.
Mm-hmm.
There is a reason for this. These are qualities that these beings have demonstrated in many realities over and over and over. And within humanity, this is something that is known, has been experienced by all of humanity. There is also within you the knowledge of what has happened at times to these beings, many at the hands of what you would consider ancient humans. And this bit of pain and discomfort, of compassion and love, as if these creatures were pets, teachers, children, and within that, just a bit of fear at what perhaps could be, because of stories and positions that they have been in many times. This is why this sense within most every human is a bit of fear of not understanding, but in seeing the movies and reading the stories, the hearts bleed for dragons. Humans know them and feel that. As you raise your perspective and begin to remember who you are, why you are here, and perhaps glimpses of what you have lived already, you are awakening to old friends, to those that have been waiting for your acknowledgement, for you to know that they are right here with you and protecting you and offering you a hand, lifting you up. They do not protect you in a sense from things outside you that could harm you, although it is fun to play that game. There is something within Christy that she clearly understands. She has her friend that is a dragon, a phoenix dragon, and is her bodyguard. And we assure you this is true. In any realm of existence where there might be some feeling, some need for protection from the outside, this one offers that to her. She is aware of this. You are experiencing the same. These are your brothers, your friends. They are family. They are those with whom you can relax and recharge, with whom you can be yourself. You are simply remembering this.
Yeah. And they've always been with me, correct? It's just that now I can perceive them more. I can sense their vibration more.
You are becoming aware that they are there.
Yeah.
They have never left. They have been simply watching and waiting for you, as if in a movie, the dead people that walk around and suddenly someone says, "Oh, excuse me." And they say, "Wait, you can see me?" Yeah. Yes. This is what your dragon friends are experiencing with you as you wake up. It is a nice to see you. We are glad that you can see us now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
I do. Excellent. The last topic is actually a fun one. So I've always had cellular regeneration skills ever since I was a little kid. But since I gotten back from the Great Pyramid. Again, we went to the Step Pyramid, which that area is all about cellular regeneration. I feel like I've actually aged backwards since I've gotten back. I mean, I feel healthier, look younger, and not only that, but I recently kind of downloaded information about cellular regeneration. So can we spend some time talking about that? I'm going to tell you what I get, and then you can add to that. And maybe you can even tell me if there is a hertz that's good for my cellular regeneration, or hertz that's good for the human collective for cellular regeneration. But here's what I get on cellular regeneration. Cellular regeneration is like a multifaceted process. It involves alignment of the mind, body, spirit complex. Because there's a physical body, there is an emotional body, and there's a spiritual body, and we need to align that together. And that we need to also balance the energy centers, the chakras, because once that's in line, your human body repairs itself or it doesn't make itself unhealthy. And then the secret sauce is also that we should invoke the higher spiritual energy, meaning like the seventh violet ray that we downloaded. And I also hear that there is a utility to the fifth green ray of alchemy, of mixing that with the seventh ray, and that does ultimate healing and alchemy of transposing the energy for cellular regeneration. So those are some of the things that I get about how to give humans and myself more practical information of what to work on or how to conceive of it to do. Because I truly believe that our bodies are meant to function a lot better than what they currently do. And we understand the 3D principles and the 3D world, but also the spiritual aspects of how to integrate it. We can make ourselves regenerate and heal illnesses and look youthful if that's what you want to do. So do you have any advice on that?
The idea of cellular regeneration. I mean, this is something we will say to you, this is occurring constantly within your body. This mitosis, this cells divide, create two baby cells, and on and on and on. This is crucial for your growth and tissue repair. Yes?
Yes.
There are stem cells. There are types of these cells. There are adult stem cells, embryonic stem cells, and these stem cells are typical for embryonic stem cells moving into any part of the body, can regenerate into any type of tissue. Yes?
Yes.
These processes, natural to the body. The number one, we will say, reason for aging, the physical signs of aging that you experience as humans, the length of your lives, the 100 years, is the resistance that you offer. There are, of course, other factors, but as a collective, the resistance then generates pollution. Your oxygen levels are quite low for your bodies. There is a great deal of pressure at the third density. Your skeletal system and your skin reacts under this pressure in a amount of time. The resistance that you all offer, the desire to control, the fear of what will happen, the worrying what others will think. This is generally the reason for this aging and the lack of cellular regeneration that continues to occur as you live out your 3D reality. These things of which you spoke, the meditation, the chanting, the resonance within the body, these things will center one, are a cause and effect for the releasing of resistance. Therefore, the increase in cellular regeneration. Yes?
Yes, makes complete sense.
Your adventure took you to places mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually that you had not been before. And as you looked, analyzed, processed, allowed yourself to feel the joy, to begin to understand all of what had occurred on that adventure, the recognition that you missed your group of friends, your soul family, and beginning to understand that you were where you needed to be, that they were where they needed to be, and what you all did, you were doing together. And it did matter, and it did not. And you return, and you have released an extraordinary amount of resistance. And you have found yourself in a location on the planet that is known, that is suspected to be of high vibration, to specifically be of intention to regenerate cells of humans and animals and plants. In this, your sense, your belief in this released resistance within your body and the intention, and you allowed your cells to regenerate at a rapid rate in this location simply by being there. You do not need to be there. You can travel there at any moment. You know the vibration that is this place.
Yeah.
You see it as a bit like an instrument. You have a violin. This is an instrument quite familiar to Christy. She plays this instrument. To tune this, you must work along the string and you tune here, and you must use this. But to make the chord, you must tune this to connect with this, and it plays the chord. To be here in your apartment in New York, United States. To be at the location of cellular regeneration. You simply resonate. You tune your body with chanting, with sound. You create a sarcophagus of your own to reverberate the sound back to you. And in that moment, you travel to this place of cellular regeneration for you. There is no need to go from here to there. There is no need to go from Earth to some other planet. You cannot, but you can be there. You can resonate with that vibration. This takes practice. This takes more rabbit hole seeking on your part.
Yeah, well, and I know that time and space are illusions. So I know there really is no space. So you can be here and there because there is no space. But I get exactly what you're saying in that regard.
You are living in this reality where you experience space and you experience time, and you can transcend that with vibration. To listen to a hertz that will cause your cells to regenerate is most definitely possible. This resonance is what we have been saying to all of you for quite some time. This is created in many ways, and one of them is with sound. It is for you in the moment. Christy receives a message of hertz for different ones at different times in any moment, and it is constantly changing for them because each of you is constantly changing. This is a message that is quite easy for her, and it is quite easy for you and for everyone to simply stop and ask, what is my hertz for the moment, for best and highest good for me, for cellular regeneration? And the number will come. You will open up your screen and there it will be. It will light up for you, and it will be different in every moment. There is not one that is that. There is your resonance in the moment. This is what you want.
Excellent. When I was at the step pyramid and we were in the theme of cellular regeneration, I actually heard a buzzing at a certain section of my ear, and it was like a ringing, and I had the thought, oh, this is kind of like the vibration of the area of cellular regeneration. And later on in my hotel room, I mysteriously heard that too, and I had the thought, oh, I still have that vibration of cellular regeneration. So I think it's kind of like clues or permission slips to help get me tapped into that hertz or something like that. So is that what's happening there?
It is one of many things happening there.
Yeah.
We like to say that there is no one reason, no one answer for each thing. There are many. This buzzing, this ringing that you feel comes in through the back of your neck. This is we will call this, for this conversation, a throat chakra. This is also a wonderful way to understand the psychic eye. This is the way Christy perceives. She receives communication from those that have transitioned to the non-physical. Their information, their energy, their communication comes in through the back of her neck. There is an energy access point here. There are thousands, millions, infinite access points all around you. But this is one for you to note. You are sensitive to it. It is opening for you. It is a way of getting your attention. It is showing you a vibration, teaching your body, your bones, your blood, your muscles, a vibration that you can now find at any moment. Just as you have felt the vibration in the energy of anger, given a few moments, you could find that vibration again on request.
True. Yeah.
Yes. As you have known the vibration of joy, of sadness, so you can also find that vibration again. Once it is a part of you, it is there. You know the path. It is perhaps not lit up. It may be covered in darkness for you. As you walk it over and over and over, it becomes clearer and easier. You have been given a frequency, and it is now you. It is a part of you. At any moment, you wish to find this frequency for cellular regeneration that you were told as you received that frequency. Now you can find it. It
Makes
is
sense.
within you. Yes.
Makes sense. So is this an example of my psychic abilities of being clairaudience opening up? Because
it is an example of you raising your vibration and your perspective and becoming more aware of all of your abilities. This opening is simply something else that you are now aware of, and it will become a daily part of life for you. You will begin to understand when you feel this, that something is coming. There is something here, and you will learn what it is telling you, what is to come next, whether it be vision of something to come, whether it be a knowing of something. It could be a date, as Christy receives images of when something was built hundreds of years ago.
Yeah.
You will begin, as you follow this, to know that this means something for you. And it is fun to play with. And as you continue to raise your perspective, your vibration, to know more, to be willing to see more of who and what you are, you will see that you are limitless. You are not gifted with a few abilities that have been doled out for you, and you have to dig around and find this little handful of abilities that you have. You have them all. Will you be adept at using them all, at recognizing them all from this perspective? That is unlikely. But there are more than you can deal with. There are more than you can understand.
Yes. Yes. Got it. Just enjoy what you have and just let it come to you in the perfect amount and perfect timing that it's going to come.
Yes.
Oh, so beautiful.
We have enjoyed speaking with you today. We can see the perspective shift, and we understand that with this dramatic rise in perspective, this dramatic change in vibration, come many things. Some that bring you great joy, and some that are perplexing, and some that feel even a bit sad. There is much to perceive as you begin this process. You are magnificent. You are generous and kind and loving, and you are a star. We honor that being of love and light that you are. We know you, and we love you.
Thank you.